Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Boy, I'm in Mexico City. This is February 1st, 2019. And I made a video just before this, and I was talking about everything that I've heard about Mexico City in the way of crime and violence. It's true. And it's a whole lot more than that. And I'll share that when I do my classes, or if I see you face to face, I can tell you a whole lot more. This place is bad. I mentioned that my credit cards was compromised. Okay, I found out how they did it. I bought bus tickets on the internet. This way I get the seat that I want beforehand. Otherwise, when you go down and you buy your bus ticket, you have to get whatever seat's available. So that's what I did. That's the only place that I use my credit cards. And so somebody kept the numbers, and they put it on the black web or whatever it is, the dark web. Well, I don't know what it is, but anyway, so that's where that went. It ended up. It was it was out of Brazil. They used it out of Brazil. That's why the credit card company, they can't call me. Nobody can call me. They can't get me. But they called my friends in the United States, and they told them that, because they don't know where I'm at. The credit card, they can't keep up with me. I'm going all over. And they said, "Is Mike in Brazil?" And they said, "No." And they said, "Well, we got some charges from Brazil." And I knew it, that these charges were coming up, and I didn't know where they came from. And that's what they were. They were from Brazil. So they wanted to cancel my cards, but they can't get new cards to me. So it's been a challenge. Okay, but it looks like that I can make it work. I've been working with the credit card companies. They're having a hard time with me, but we're doing something to make it work. But anyway, that's taken care of. And then I mentioned last night, the 31st of January, 7:30, pickpocket got my phone. Just before I got off of the what do you call it, the subway, and I was running around on the subway yesterday. Subways are very, very dangerous. Everything that you've heard about subways in Mexico City, you haven't heard all of it. I'll put it that way. And anyway, so they got my phone, my U.S. phone, and they got that yesterday. And then tonight, on my way back again, at about the same time, about 7:30, they got my Mexican phone. And like I say, I don't know how they did it yesterday. I checked it, and I knew I had it, and then bammo, it was gone. And I was getting ready to get off when it got, I was getting ready to step off, and I checked it again, it was gone. And so, I mean, within a minute and a half, something like that. And so this time, tonight, this time I had my hand covering my phone. And they reached in. I mean, it was not just reached like you think pickpockets do. No, I mean, it went in like that, and they got it. And when they did, man, I turned around and I missed the guy's hand, but then I turned around and I whacked him, and there was 3 men and a woman. And everybody, they didn't know nothing. And the one guy, and I think the guy that got it was the guy that says, "Hey, not me, I'm holding my phone, and I don't have it." So I think what they did, it was a team. Now, it wasn't that crowded. And they pushed up against me, and that's when he got it. And I turned, and what the hell? And it's those 3 men and a woman, and the one guy that I know is the one that got it, he didn't have it. So I think what he did is he got it and passed it to somebody else, and then that was it. And then everybody stepped away from me when it happened. And I said, telefono. And then that means somebody grabbed somebody stole it. That's the sign down here when somebody steals something. And I said, my cell phone. And I went like that. And then everybody looked, and everybody was looking at them. And, I was thinking it was one person, but I think they ganged up on me. I wouldn't doubt if all three of the men and the woman was all involved in it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. I was thinking pickpockets work as a single, but I believe they work as a team. They got it, he passed it off to the next guy and said, hey, it's not me, I don't have it. And so then, but I didn't know, man. I was ready to kick ass now. Now, after last night, I knew my cards were been ripped off or compromised. My phone was taken. I knew I had a problem. And so I always try to stay at least one step ahead of whatever's happening. So I thought, okay, it looks like I'm around here so often now. People are knowing who I am, and they know that they think I'm some old man. So it ended up, I had to buy a cane, and because now I'm ready for some full contact. So far it's just been telephones. They know I have money, and so it's just a matter of time when it's going to get ugly. So that's why I thought I better get ready. This is why I tell people you work out. In my morning workout, I work out with everything. Sticks, knives, guns, cane. I work out with a tomahawk. I work out with all kinds of stuff. So now this is, if you notice, it's collapsible. You can extend it out. So I can extend it out if I want to, or if I leave it like it is, I can use it like a tomahawk. I've already made videos on how to use the cane, use the sticks, use the tomahawk. And so anyway, they got that. So that was my last phone. I really brought 3 phones and an extra phone, and then one phone broke, so I moved that. And so anyway, but now I got no phones. So I went to Walmart and I bought another phone, Mexican phone. And it's cheap. I'm sure it's not going to last that long, but I'm not going to be here that long. And I used Google again. I went back on Google on my tablet here. And then went on Find My Phone. And then I blocked it. So I shut it off. So the phones, they can't take anything off the phone. Come to find out, they just take the phones. I guess they gut them, take all the information out of them, and they resell the phones, or they piece them out. I really don't know exactly for sure what it is they do on that, but they did get me again, and so I'm going to have to think on it and see how I'm going to handle this. I'm here for a specific reason now. Things have changed. I'm teaching a guy Hoi Chi. That's where you've been seeing the videos. And tomorrow I'm doing an expo, a natural health expo. So people have been going crazy. I did 5 people today. So I've been doing a lot. And like I said, but I'm teaching this young man how to do all this stuff, and he's learning it. And anyway, so that's why I'm here, and it is really, really dangerous. I don't know how else to say it. And I know right now I've just been dealing with credit card people doing stuff with your credit card. I'm dealing with that. And now the pickpockets on the subway. But I'm going to have to jump the notch up even more now. Remember, this is bad. So I'm trying to go through all of the different scenarios that could happen so I can be prepared for it. I got to stay a step ahead of them to make it work. But this, using multiple people as a team doing the pickpocket, I don't see how you're going to stop it. So what I'm trying to get across, what I figured out in the city. Remember, I'm not a city guy, but what I've figured out, I'm thinking that when you live in the city, your mentality is they try to protect themselves. They try to, everybody tries to protect your own little world. And what it is, they're like a bunch of, I think they call them wildebeest, those buffalo things in Africa. And so you got a herd of them. And they go, and what you got to worry about is crocodiles might grab one, but you're one of many. So all you're doing is thinking, don't get me. You can get those people, but don't get me. Or the lion coming out there snatching one up. You don't want to be the one to get snatched up. Let them snatch up somebody else. That's the way city people's mentality is. They don't know how to work together. And I really don't know. I haven't put that much thought in how you have to change your attitude if you're going to live in the city. I don't know how it's going to work, because I'll tell you, I think they're a bunch of cowards, city people. They're weak. They pay people to do things for them, So, I mean, most people would say, well, hey, you want more security on the metro, the subway. But nobody thinks about taking care of themselves. Just me. Here, I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm like all these damn wildebeest chicken shits, and they're not working with me on this shit. I mean, I'm ready, and I never thought about it. I know I grabbed the guy. I know he's the one that did it, but he didn't have it, so he passed it off. And I don't know how many people's in this thing. So, city people, I'll tell you, you deserve whatever happens to you. You guys got to get your shit together. If you're planning on living in the city, you better get your shit together. So at least in your neighborhood, in your apartment building or whatever, I don't know, but you better do something. Because you guys got problems. I'm not going to be in this much longer. Like I say, I'm here helping. I'm helping people. People are amazed on this Hoichi, but like I say, I'm starting it out, helping them, getting them going. But anyway, I'm just letting you know, this is wild. I don't know what's going to happen next. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.